All right, I've got a Jeep, so I've got the duck. This one was a Christmas present, and it is huge. It's not the size of my hood, it's just in front of the camera. So anyway, Astros lose against the Braves. Hunter Brown had a really good outing initially. He got through 6 innings of one-run baseball. His team gave him no run support. I think we left somebody on second 3 times at that point. But since he'd retired so many people so quickly, they put him back into the 7th inning, which is understandable. But they got a double to lead off. Then he walked the next runner, and right there it should have been the end. They should have had the next pitcher up and ready, already warming up at the beginning of the 7th inning. But instead, he puts the first 2 runners on, solid hit, I think it was a 4-pitch walk maybe, and ended up loading the bases before they switched him out for Dubin with nobody out. So right there, it looked like another Astros train wreck where they were just going to give up 4 or 5 runs in 1 inning, walks, little tic-tac infield singles, stuff like that. But Dubin did pretty well. He just gave up 1 run and was able to get out of the inning. With the bases loaded, nobody out, that was a win, okay? Now, that being said, Dubin got through the 7th and the 8th with no problem. It's still 2-0 Braves. Astros are very much in the game. They decided to leave him in the 9th inning. And I know you're trying to rest the bullpen, but the Astros were still very much in this game. So with 6 outs left and needing to get 2 runs off the relief pitchers, they just left Dubin in and gave up more base runners, I think a run or 2, and then they brought in Forrest Whitley, who I previously reported was sent down or optioned for AAA, which I think either I misread MLB.com when I read about Arrighetti being sent down, or MLB.com accidentally put that he was optioned for AAA, which I thought he was already in AAA, or on the injured list at least. But in either case, it now reads correctly on MLB.com, and Forrest Whitley had been activated into MLB. So he was warming up in the bullpen in a close game, not Presley, not Hader. Hader had been used 2 days in a row, and he was abused the last time he was in there by the Braves. So I was like, well, okay, I get it. But I would have liked to see Presley, maybe even Abreu there. We're still in a tight game at that point. 3 outs, 2 runs. The Astros should be able to do that, being a top 4 offense in Major League Baseball. But they put in Forrest Whitley, and Dubin had already given up runs. Bases were loaded, and I think the bases were loaded. It might have been 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And Forrest Whitley got out of it with 2 of those base runners scoring, so he didn't get any earned runs on his ERA. But now the Astros are losing 6-0, and the game's pretty much over. With 3 outs left, couldn't get any runs in the first 8 innings. It's unlikely that you're going to get more than 2 runs in the 9th inning. It's doable, it's happened, but it's unlikely. So we already got through the heart of the lineup in the 8th inning. Altuve, Jordan, I think Tucker. No. Tucker wasn't up yet. Had to be somebody else. Had to be maybe Dubon had gone up. McCormick had gone up. Then Altuve and Jordan. And then we got to the 9th inning. Tucker gets a home run, solo shot. So at least we're not shut out at this point. And also in the back of my head, I'm thinking, well, right now it could possibly be 2-1. All right. And if you would argue about the home run that the Braves hit, maybe the 3rd inning, 4th inning, off Hunter Brown, it hit the railing over by the Crawford boxes and bounced into fair play. And according to the rules that they brought up on the screen, if it bounces into fair play from there, the railing was yellow. That's like hitting the yellow line on the wall. That should just be a fair ball. That shouldn't be an automatic home run. So it was very iffy there. So arguably it's 1-1, but in reality it's 2-1. And but they got a bunch, 4 junk points in the top of the 9th inning. So the game's pretty well over, but Tucker keeps us from getting shut out. And sorry, I'm not looking at the camera at all because, driving 2 hands on the wheel, want to be safe, just watching the drivers around me. And Pena gets a base hit. Pena ends up scoring, so now it could have been 2-2. We could have been going for extra innings, but instead, in the 9th inning, we let Dubin suffer, and Forrest Whitley went in, and he did what he could, but it was 6-2 at this point. And I just feel like the Astros left their pitchers in a little too long, just 1 inning too long than they could have for making it a game. The game was closer than the score indicates, is what I'm getting at. The Astros were right there. Take Hunter Brown out at the end of the 6th. Take Dubin out after 2 innings. It's a 2-2 ball game. We're going to extra innings, which I know that isn't great for the Astros because their bullpen's exhausted. Because the starters haven't been getting through the first 3 innings of a lot of games, just wearing them out. But Altuve broke his hitting streak. He has been hitting like a monster. Jordan didn't look particularly good in this one either. Pena, I think he got a hit or 2, and Bregman got on. Tucker got his home run, so a lot of the guys that you count on got their hits. Singleton got a base hit into center, hitting for Abreu. So all in all, it was not a lot of offense until the 9th inning for either team. The pitchers held up pretty well until they got tired. So I hope that we see the expiration limits coming a little bit quicker. But coming off 2 wins against the Rangers, going into back-to-back losses is tough against the Braves. Today they play at 1:10, and I'm hoping that we come back and at least don't get swept like we did against the Royals. Swept at Minute Maid Park, at home. Just would not be good for morale. We were kind of hoping things would be turning around. And if we do win, that'd be winning 3 out of the last 5 games, half of the last 6. That doesn't sound as bad as winning 1 out of 3, which is what we've been doing for the season on average. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hopefully we get some Astros luck today at Minute